I am a very active person. I love to garden. I love to be outside communing with nature, and it became increasingly more difficult. I had a difficult time lifting, bending, planning. Getting down on my knee was a no-no. That just didn't happen. My knee was swollen, it was stiff, and it was painful. The pain with the hip was 24/7. It didn't go away no matter what you did. This past winter when we went down to Marco Island, because of the pain in walking and just being there, it was tough. So I knew in the winter what I needed to do when I came back home from Marco. I knew I needed to get that hip fixed. The most difficult part for me, both with the total knee and with the total hip, was making the decision to have this surgery.
Judy was a very active patient when I first met her for complaints of knee problems back in about 2003, 2004. For several years we treated Judy conservatively with physical therapy and injections as well as anti-inflammatory medications, and she did well right up until the time when she eventually did have her knee replaced. Having her knee replaced allowed her to return to essentially all of her activities. Once Judy's knee was replaced, it increased her activity level once again. This increased activity level then brought her hip joint problems to the surface. And over the several years following Judy's knee replacement, she then began to experience pain in her hip, localized to the front of her hip in the groin region with radiation down her thigh to her knee. So once Judy was diagnosed with a bad hip joint and had noted the other symptoms that go along with a bad hip joint, which include stiffness and inability to cross legs and tie shoes, she elected to have her hip joint replaced, and she had that done just recently and has come along very nicely with that.
How he can put all the hardware in those very, very small incisions is beyond my comprehension. But he does it and does it well. He is your best supporter. He's your best cheerleader. Such a caring, caring individual. And those combinations are hard to find these days in a doctor. I always like to say Dr. Kepley's the full package.
So the bottom line for people with a bad joint when they don't elect to have it fixed is loss of quality of life, loss of independence.